was horrible timing on my part. I mean, I'm gonna leave. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll stick around.
Oh god. I quit.
Yeah, we also have free rolls for eagles. Okay. Is everyone ready to begin?
Oh, I think so. I'm ready for this at once.
This will be an interesting one. This shouldn't be that hard. However, it is decently fast.
Hmm.
Also, there's not gonna be that many malfunctions.
Hello.
Wrapping the SOPs.
Yeah, I got VS. I've got reactor scram quick card before me.
Okay, I need another confirmation. Is everyone actually ready?
Ready?
Like, at right now. I can only start when everyone's ready. Gift box, you ready? Okay.
Where's Crowfree?
This is gonna be a very quiet transient.
Okay, we're beginning.
I'm taking the keys just in case, but I don't know which. Like this is gonna be fine.
Crew stand by for reactor scram report.
Or not. Which fucking keys?
Mode switches in shutdown. Power is at 20% down slow. RPV pressure is at 1060 pounds up slow. RPV level is at 6 inches up fast. Entry conditions for failure to scram and reactor scram.
That's most switches in shutdown. APRMs are 20% down slow. RPV pressure is 1060 up slow. RPV level is 6 inches up fast. And that's EOP entries and failure to scram in low RPV level and reactor scram required.
That is correct. CRS? That is SOC system initiated. Initial SOC tank level is 4750 gallons. SOC system flow is 4 gallons per minute.
I understand that's SLC initial tank level 4750 gallons and injecting at 44 gallons per minute.
That is correct.
Silver?
Main turbine is tripped, SM7, and okay. And we're on startup. Alright. Yes, Cornell?
SRV 1B and 1C are open.
I understand that SRVs are cycling.
That is correct.
Cornell and Dingo,
Yes.
can you please perform your subsequent actions regarding ATWS and the Scram QC and report when finished?
Perform subsequent actions in the Scram QC.
Perform subsequent
That's
actions.
correct. Yeah, you guys got it.
Wait, right, got it. Right,
Where's my BOP?
this is...
Gift box? Did we lose SM 8 when we transferred power? Okay, I understand we did not lose SM8. Dingo,
Yes.
can you please maintain a lowered RPV level between -140 and -80, using injecting with only CRD, RCIC, and an SLC, please.
Lower maintain RPV level between -140 and -80 inches using SOC, CRD, and a RIXI.
That's correct. Cornell,
Yes.
can you manually open SRVs to maintain a pressure of 1020 pounds?
Manually open a service to maintain 1020 pounds.
That's correct. Gift box? Is the main condenser operable? Okay, I understand the main condenser is operable. Okay, Cornell?
Yes.
Can you maintain your pressure with the main turbine bypass valves, please?
Maintain pressure with turbine bypass valves.
That's correct. I understand our PV level is -70 inches and down fast.
Silver.
Yes.
Bypass valves are maxed out.
I understand the bypass valves are maxed out.
That's correct. Do I maintain the pressure with a service?
Yeah, you can maintain the pressures with using both. Okay. Yeah,
Silver.
I'll do it now. Yes, Cornell?
Suppression pool temperature 85 Fahrenheit and up fast.
I understand suppression pool temperature is 85, up fast.
That is correct.
Alright, crew update ready.
Right.
That's EOP entries in 5.1.1 and transitioning to 5.1.2 on failure to scram. End of crew update. Alright, Cornell,
Yes.
can you please insert control rods using PPM 5.5.11?
Insert control rod using ppm 5.5.11.
That's correct.
Serious?
Yes.
Unable to maintain RPV level above -140 inches using SOC, RIXI, and CRD.
I understand you can't maintain your RPV level above -140.
May I use HIPSIS?
Yes, you can use HIPSIS.
Yeah, but he told me not to, so...
I didn't allow it for then, but it's fine. Dingo?
Yes.
What's current RPV level in trend?
RPV level is -141 inches down slow.
I understand RPV level is -141 inches and down slow.
That is correct. I am maximizing a Hibicus injection.
Yeah, it's the pressure. Actually, operative. Can you take over pressure control and maintain a pressure band between 800 and 1050 psig using the main turbine bypass valves and the SRVs as needed? I'm going to assume that's correct.
CRS.
Yes?
RPV level is -1 for 1 inches upslow.
Understand RPV level is -141 inches up slow.
That is correct.
Are you kidding me? Dingo,
Yes.
can you please inhibit ADS on both divisions, please?
Inhibit ADS.
That's correct.
CRS. ADS inhibited.
Understand that's ADS inhibited.
That is correct. CRS.
Yes, Dingo?
Dry well pressure is 1.1 inches up slow. Pounds.
Understand dry well pressure is 1.15 pounds up slow.
That is correct. CRS.
Yes, Dingo?
That is EOP entry condition on 5.1 EOP 5.2.1 on high dry well temperature and high suppression pool temperature.
Understand that's an EOP entry condition on high dry well and suppression pool temperature.
That is correct.
Dingo?
Yes.
Can you place RHR train B on suppression pool cooling at max flow, please?
Place RHRB on suppression pool cooling at max flow.
That's correct. There, we don't have service water on loop B.
Operative.
No, we do not. But it could be it could be another failure, that's causing the valve to not work.
This valve can be powered with DG4 on 7 alpha.
That's what I wanted to suggest.
You should, of course, request silver.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that, it's fine.
I'm going to stop RHRB flow until that gets handled.
Stopping RHRB flow?
Because we have no surface water flow to cool the wet well.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if there are people in the United States nuclear power plants that ever found this funny in an MCR.
Silver.
Yes, Cornell?
APRMs are downscale.
I understand that APRMs are downscale.
That is correct.
Dingo?
Yes.
Restore and maintain level between minus 110 and minus 65 inches.
Restore and maintain RPV level between minus 110 and minus, plus 6.5 inches.
No, minus 65 inches.
Okay. Minus 6.5 inches to minus 110 inches.
That's correct. Also, Cornell, how's the scram reset scram going? Did it work the first time?
It is applicable. Yes, it works.
Okay.
I just forgot to unpower the second RRI. Actually, the first, but anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. Operative? Do we have service water on Division 2? Alright, we have Division 2 service water. So, Dingo, I guess you can turn on the suppression pool coolant now.
Place our HRB on suppression pool cooling maximum flow.
Yeah.
Do we want maximum cooling? Do I close heat exchanger bypass?
Leave the heat exchanger bypass open.
Leave heat exchanger bypass open.
I understand RBH vac is isolated and SGT has started. You know, just so we're consistent, Operative, can you ensure all plus 13, minus 50, and minus 129 actuations have occurred? Yeah, that's correct. Dingo?
Yes.
Can you perform suction switchover to suppression pool on the hip sys, please?
Perform HIPS suction switch over to suppression pool.
That's correct.
Bruh.
Okay, end of sim. There are
Alright.
a lot of nodes. There are a lot of nodes. So, what happened? Only two malfunctions actually. This was an hydraulic ATWS with a turbine trip. turbine trip has no specific reason, it just tripped. So I took a bunch of notes. Let's go over the notes. So at the start, when the scram report happened, we had a report that pressure was up slow. This is just personal preference. Pressure at the moment that it was reported was 1060 at plus 60 per min. That's already above an EOP entry, and going in just a few minutes to exceeding the safety limit of the reactor. So in my opinion, that was up fast. Also, during the scram report, ARI was not actuated.
Evergore.
ARI should be actuated before SLC, as that could scram the reactor without the need for boron. Next, the BOP should be focusing on the pressure instead of the breakers. So in general, the EOP actions, level, power, and pressure should take priority over everything else. Of course, as soon as you're free to check the other things, such as the breaker, you feel free to do so. But at that moment, pressure was more important than checking the breaker status, as that's completely automatic. Also, during the scram report, high RPV pressure wasn't reported as an EOP entry, which it should be, as that would alert the BOP to take immediate action on pressure. Alright. One thing for silver now, both the entry to 512 as well as the first step on 512 is to inhibit ADS. And that was only done much later in the procedure. And I was actually afraid we would have an ADS initialization. So I don't know who inhibited it, but it was kinda late.
CRS ordered me to do it.
Yeah, it's the first step in 512 if we transition to it. Next, another thing related to the scram, the IRMs, even on an ATWS, you can start inserting them as soon as possible. Of course, focusing on the most important things, EOPs first. Just remembering that during an ATWS, you have to range them to, in-game, at least range 7, but theoretically you can go max range and then range them down as power decreases. This is important because instead of just 4 sensors to keep track of power, being the APRMs, you have 10, including the 6 IRMs. Alright, next thing about injection. So, table A1, EOP 511, which should be done before you switch to 512, states that you need to stop feed water only until you are at minus 65 inches. At that point, you can restart feed water, which is preferred over the other injection methods, as feed water has preheated water. Meanwhile, HIPKIS, RCIC, and the low pressure injections take colder water, and colder water increases reactivity. So injecting colder water would technically, I don't think that's simulated, but real life, it would increase power, which is something you don't want in an ATWS.
Doesn't sound good.
Next. So we had the main condenser completely operable. We never lost power to the condenser circulation pumps. And in such case, we should prefer methods that discharge pressure to the main condenser instead of discharging the pressure to the suppression pool. So one thing that could be used that wasn't used is the main steam line drains by opening MS valve 16 and 19 and then controlling it with that valve. I forgot the exact number. Let me check. Valve 21. So 16, 19, and 21 can be used to discharge pressure to the main condenser instead of the suppression pool. So the suppression pool discharge with the SRVs, that increases level in the suppression pool, increases temperature in suppression pool, increases pressure in the suppression pool, also increases temperature and pressure in the dry well, which are basically all bad things according to 521, which is gonna definitely enter you in more EOPs that may not have been required if used the main condenser.
I just want to add a few things. So in an outwash, you should always be directing heat out of the containment. Otherwise, you'll risk breaking it. So when your bypass valves are fully open, you should open the steam line drains as well. And it would have worked.
Yes. I still have more notes. Hipkiss valve 15 was bypassed. There's no reason to bypass valve 15. This is an automatic valve. There's no PPM that says to bypass this valve, as far as I'm aware. We have bypasses also on the main steam line low condenser vacuum, which could mean that the vacuum could go up, lose vacuum, and then at that point the main condenser wouldn't be operable anymore. It would change completely how we would operate. MSIVs would close. So I don't think we lost vacuum because we have the hogger pumps running. Also, that's one thing I didn't even see. Why do we have the hogger pumps running? We have SJAEs. We're still at pressure. SJAEs work at this pressure.
We love ejecting radioactive gases into our ventilation.
Okay, one thing for level control. Level went above -80 during the ATWS, which is not recommended. Higher level means slightly higher pressure to the water in the fuel assemblies because of the water column pressure. Higher pressure kind of means more water, which would also increase reactivity. Yes.
Couldn't that have been caused by SRV cycling? I'm pretty I saw RPV level rapidly changed every now and then, and I thought it was due to SRV cycling.
Yes, that was during the SRV cycle period.
Yeah.
And that's another thing why I meant that BOP should be taking care of pressure. SRVs shouldn't be automatically cycling. We should be manually controlling them. Okay, yeah. As I was saying, level went below -80, which goes out of procedure. Table A1 allows you to go up to -65, so it was acceptable. It was grazing the acceptable range, but it was acceptable. And that's pretty much all that I wanted to note. I want to repeat this